If you would like to win a screen accurate Infinity Gauntlet, all you have to do to enter is like this video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and tell me in the comments what your favorite Marvel movie is. In Avengers Infinity War, Thanos managed to retrieve all 6 Infinity Stones and place them within his gauntlet. With the power of all 6 stones, with the snap of his fingers, he was able to wipe out half of all life in the universe. As far as we have heard in the MCU, Thanos is the first individual to ever do this. Several times in the film and earlier, it is referenced to certain characters' knowledge that he is the only person to ever wield 2 Infinity Stones. However, was Thanos really the first person to ever attempt to collect all 6 stones? Or was there someone before him, maybe just as powerful, that attempted to do so as well? There has been the theory that Odin, the father of Thor, has actually attempted to gain all 6 Infinity Stones before, and we will break down that theory in this video. We know from Thor: The Dark World that Odin has an extensive knowledge on all of the Infinity Stones. In that film, he tells Thor as well as Jane Foster about the Reality Stone, a stone that his father claimed from the Dark Elves centuries earlier. Theory poses that after the Reality Stone was hidden away, Odin came into possession of the Space Stone. There's another theory that suggests that the Bifrost was actually created by using the Space Stone, which Odin would use to transport his armies across the 9 realms. As we learned in Thor Ragnarok, Odin was not always a good individual and was a conqueror before Thor was ever born. He, along with his daughter Hela, conquered many worlds with his power. The theory goes on to explain that Odin actually commissioned Eitri to build an Infinity Gauntlet far before Thanos. That is why in Thor Ragnarok, when Hela sees the Infinity Gauntlet within the chamber, she calls it a fake. The theory goes on to explain that as Odin was searching for the other stones, specifically the Soul Stone, the Infinity Gauntlet was being constructed, and the one we see in Ragnarok and earlier is simply a prototype, one that was placed there to remind Odin of a time when he was much more sinister, and to remind him of the path of power and sacrifice of power. It was at this point that Odin believed that Hela had become too dangerous, as he abandoned his search for the Infinity Stone. It was during this time that Odin likely discovered that he would have to sacrifice someone that he loved in order to obtain the Soul Stone, that someone being Hela. Of course though, Odin did not go through with it. However, I do speculate that he actually used the Space Stone to imprison Hela. There's also an alternate version of the theory that suggests that Odin actually went through with the sacrifice. However, as Hela is Asgardian, it is suggested that she wasn't actually sent to the Soul Stone like Gamora, but instead was sent to Hell with a single L, which of course we know that she rules. The theory also suggests that at some point Odin came into possession of the Time Stone, but instead of using it, gifted it to Agamotto after his change of heart. This is why later characters like the Ancient One and then Doctor Strange have the Eye of Agamotto, as it was a gift from Odin himself. It then explains that Odin may have obtained the orb or the Power Stone on Morag, but later placed it back there after his goal was complete. Another alternate part of the theory suggests that Odin may have not sacrificed Hela at all, but his first wife. This stems from the fact that in Ragnarok, Thor only calls Hela his half-sister, not his sister. What this indicates is Odin may have had multiple wives, and his first wife was the sacrifice to the Soul Stone. With Hela rumored to appear in Avengers 4, more light could be shed on this theory, and we could actually get confirmation that Odin tried to collect all of the stones before Thanos. This may also explain why Thanos went out of his way to ensure that Eitri could never construct another gauntlet. As we know, making his hands belong to Thanos. As far as what Odin did with the stones, it is rumored that this is how he achieved peace throughout the 9 realms, and after doing so, he rescattered the stones, giving one to Agamotto and changing the locations of the others, including placing the Space Stone in Norway. Although I really like this theory and feel parts of it hold water, there are other parts of it that seem somewhat far-fetched. I like that it links the creation of the Infinity Gauntlet that we see in the Thor films to the one that we see in Infinity War. However, I don't think it makes total sense. However, I do think that Hela has a much deeper relationship with the Infinity Stones and possibly even Thanos than many of us know. But leave your thoughts on this theory in the comments down below, and do you think it is plausible that Odin tried to collect the Infinity Stones before Thanos did? Or is this just a silly theory and it holds no water at all in the MCU? Also, would you like to see Hela return to the MCU in an Avengers film, and in what role do you think she would play if she were to return? Again, don't forget to enter the giveaway for the Infinity Gauntlet, subscribe to join the team, and have a great day.